We got mods, people, we got mods, and welcome to this look at them on Farming Simulator 22 with me, Mr. Sealy P. It's Tuesday the 7th of November, people. It's a week to go until the Premium Expansion Edition releases. We've got mods. It's been a little while, we've got some mods, and we've got some updates too. So, buckle in, we've got quite a few. The platform trailer with crane by Pascal Kautz has had an update. The Fortschritt ZT303-403 by Grabfeldschmied and Ingo 376, the Class Jaguar A3900 by Eid123, the Fendt 700 Vario S4 by Moose Agra, Class Taurian 1177-1511 by Power Aus dem Osten, the Matra Pack by Nico Pixies and Nico Do 55, the Hand Lawnmower by JMZ and Cubase, the Gregoire Besson Normandy T60 Stubble Cultivator by Fred Modding and Nico Do 55, the E-Tunnel Reinforced Arc by DD Mod Passion, the Barmy Cowshed by Mr. Grucha and the Christmas Market by Omatana have all had updates. We start with, in front of, actually we have got a new map out today. I will get onto the map tour of that either later on this evening or first thing tomorrow morning. It's Imvani, South Africa by Farmer Bob, so we'll get onto that too. But we're going to start off with The Farmhouse by Arnold Boczek. It is 14.89 megabytes download, 14 slots on console, 92,000 to buy, and it looks like this. Sleep trigger at the front, wardrobe trigger out the front of the house by the water tap, and watering can I was going to say, but yeah, so you can get changed out the front here. This is what it looks like. Under build mode and farmhouses is where you'll find it. Just there, slot count will come down from 14 to 1. Straightforward. Next we've got this. The Machine Shed with Gasstation. This by Dithmarscher Modding. It is 1 megabyte download, 7 slots on console, 35,000 to buy. Gas stations around the side. This is not one you fill yourself. This is just you come up and you refill. It is a gas station. 4 opening doors. Did I say 4? 5 opening doors. Like I'm not counting fingers, isn't it? Inside, as we move in here, turn on and off shed lights. Under build mode, under sheds, just there, slot count will come down to 1. This one doesn't have an option for, I suddenly thought, has it got an option to change colour, but it hasn't. You get it just like that. It's nice because all the lighting comes on outside. There we go. Here as well. Lovely. That's the Machine Shed with Gasstation by Dithmarscher Modding. Next, we have got a pack with, well, it says 22, but I've counted more than 22 anyway. The Finnish Farm Buildings by Agrogaatti. 138.12 megabytes download. I've got a separate piece of paper with all these written down because there are loads of them. We're going to start in the build mode, and I'll go through them as I often do with packs. Under build mode and farmhouses is where we're going to start. So, we have got here farmhouse, 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 farmhouse. These are 6 slots each, 150 grand for this one, 150 grand for this one, 160 grand for this one, double decker, 2-story. That's 2-story, not true story, and 155 grand for this one here. There are no colour options on these either. Each one of them does have a sleep trigger. This one, you do open the front porch doors to go in. What I do like about this pack, when you open the door, you open the door and walk through and it closes behind you. So you don't have to open the door, it doesn't stay open, and then you've got to close it yourself. It opens and closes. I like that as a feature, that's pretty cool. So that's the farmhouses. Then we move on to the sheds. I couldn't work out what the difference was to start off with, but I'll show you now. So we start off here. So the sheds range in slots from 4s, 5s, 6s and 7s. Nothing above 7 slots. So we've got the shed. First one just there, 2 grand. That shed there, 2 grand. This one here, 2 grand. This one here, 2 grand. It's down to what's inside them. You can't remove the things inside them. They're just sort of decorative objects. You can park vehicles and things in them. And then next to that we've got 2 granaries. We've got a granary with an open arch underneath, and we've got the granary which is closed in. Those are 15 grand each. We then move on to this building here, small garage, sort of log barn, porch bit on the side, covered on the inside. That's 6 grand. Then we've got a few garages with workshops in them. So you've got garage with vehicle workshop. That one's 100 grand. We've got this one here, garage with a vehicle workshop, 75 grand. We've got this small one here. Now this one didn't have a workshop trigger in it, I don't think. That's just a small garage for 20 grand. Then you've got garage with vehicle workshop, this larger one here. That one is 80 grand, and this one's got a side building on it. And then this one here, which is 65 grand, it's the same building, but this one has this garage bit on the side, that one doesn't. Then we go on to big wooden garages. These ones don't have vehicle workshops in them. They are, for all intents and purposes, the same building, just with different doorways. This one's got two doorways on the front, 36 grand. For 38 grand, you've got two doorways at the front and one on the end. Then for the same price, 38 grand, you've got two doorways and one on this end. And then you've got this one here, two doorways at the front, one at that end, one at that end. These ones I don't think have a colour option either, nope. So that's all under sheds. Then we move on to silos. Now, word of warning, ladies and gentlemen. Save your game before placing. All of these are standard crop type silos. These are not multi-fruit. This one on the end here, the package dryer, the smallest one, that's an 800,000 litre capacity. That's this one here. We have got, this one does have the option to change colour. We've got grey or we've got red, like that. This one comes with a ramp and placed no problem at all. The next one over is package dryer. This one also has the option to change colour, those two. Now this one, if you see, it's got big open sections and they're quite high up. When you place this, it puts earthwork ramps in, but be careful where you place it and save the game first. If you've had anything there previously, or for some reason it doesn't, I've placed, you can see here, and I've levelled the ground. 1, 2, 3, did 2 more out here, 4 and 5, and I think a 6th one over here. It took me 6 attempts before I got one to place. You look at here, the ramps didn't place. I got really weird bits, but this one, it did. The ramps, earthwork ramps did place, and you can adjust those if you want to. So that's just something to be aware of, be cautious of. We then move on to these ones here. So those ones are 1.5 million litre, those larger one, that larger one. Then we've got these ones here, next along. These are 20,000 each, 150,000 litres. These don't have colour options, but there's a red one and a sort of brown boarded or sort of faded black boards, maybe. They're probably looking more like brown boards. Then we move on to these ones here, which are also 20 grand. These are 160,000 litres, but again, these ones are raised off the ground. These two I placed and I didn't get any earthworks down. Sort of bit better on that one. The one that did work was all the way over here, and it placed the earthwork around it, no problem at all for getting in and out, which again then could be adjusted. So it's just a case of just be careful. It's probably just the map, because I use this as my test map and I've had things here that I place and delete, and it obviously just doesn't like that. So just be cautious of that. I think that's all of them. 800,000 litre silo, 1.5 mil, 150,000 litres, 160,000 litres. Like I say, and these are all standard crop types. So this one here, open the door and we go in. Closes behind you, and your sleep trigger's just here. The other 3, the sleep triggers are all on the outside. All of these really nicely made, nicely detailed. The barns and buildings, like I said, these are more decorative objects. You can open the doors, you can go into them. So we can close the doors up like that. This one's got some bales in it, and then this one here, which looks identical, it's just the interior that's a little bit different. We've got a little bit of loose hay, and we've got some sort of fence post stakes stacked up. Then you've got these ones here, loose material, more sort of bales and sort of collapsed bales. Then the granaries, the barn storage. Now we move on to the workshops. Now again, these are pretty cool. I mean, they all kind of follow a standard-ish model, I guess. We do have light switches. There we go. At various different locations inside them. But what I like again with this, look at that. The way the doors open are very cool on these. And then this one, the same thing. Door opens and we go in, and that automatically closes behind you. Boom. Come over to the door. What's this? I like it. So workshop triggering here. Door opens at the end, that one, and then as we move through them, got a side opening garage on that one with lights in. This one, sliding doors on the main section, light switch inside with the workshop trigger being just inside there. This one was just a garage. This one didn't have a workshop trigger in it, but again, lighting inside. This one, workshop trigger, is inside here with the door opening there, and the side door that opens on the side there. But this one had the extra bit of the building on it, which has got basically that little garage on here is on the side of this building. That's it, really. I'm going to have to speed up a bit because we've got a lot of mods. Workshop trigger in there. Same thing. And then all the barns and buildings, like I said, they're all the same model, just with different opening doors. And again, light switches inside for shed lights on and off. All nicely made, nicely detailed, not bad sizes, not too expensive, which is pretty cool as well. So that's all the barns and buildings. I'll show you these opening, although these ones didn't place very well. This one here, when you drive up, the door does open and close. You put into the silo there, and you take out from the silo at the back, around the back here. I've got a little doorway that goes through. I couldn't find light switches in these ones, so I'm assuming the lights are automatic. This one, as you can see, open that up, tipping in there, taking out here. The larger ones, I say fairly straightforward, but what I will say, this one, tipping in is done here, taking out is done around the back. The only one that's a little bit off, and it might probably get an update, it's not a big deal, it still works, but the icons for input and output are the wrong way around. That's all. It's a minor thing, but it's there, I'll show you. So these are the ones that did place nicely and properly. And you see big ramp going up. So this one, that's the tipping icon, and that's the collecting icon. So that's where you tip, and it's got the collect icon, and that one's where you collect with the tipping icon. But it's, like I say, it still works. You can still tip into it, you can still take out of it, just the icons are the wrong way around. That's all. So I think that's all of it. That's the Finnish farm buildings. That was by Agrogaatti. Next, we've got this, the KAWECO PullBox 8000H by Smety, 8.87 megabytes download, 8 slots, 34.5 thousand litre, or 34,500 litre capacity. You'll find this under tools and trailers. I'm going to do this one and the one next to it in just a moment, but the KAWECO PullBox 8000H is just there, 38 grand, slot count comes down to 1, 34,500 litre capacity. We've got the option of Michelin, Trelleborg, BKT, Vredestein, back again. These have all got a standard and a wide option on them. As you can see, we've got side protector, 1, 2 with a toolbox inside it. We've got a cover option, we've got a grid, we've got a curtain, or no. If we go for the curtain, it doesn't give you an option to change the colour of it, but it's on there. Then we've got main colour, any one of those. And then we've got rim colour, any one of those as well. License plate option on there too. Turn that on. Cover open. We do have our lights with work lights on the back as well. Those aren't reverse lights, they are work lights. Unload of this is just unload here. We don't have an option for grain door or anything like that. But the front here we do have this fact. So if you don't have the cover on here, we can, is under that one, open and close that. So if you're doing silaging work and you haven't got the cover on there, you can open that down, which will allow you for your forage harvester to blow stuff into that if you want to. Unloading. There's a pull box, it doesn't lift, so it pushes all stuff off there. Lovely job indeed. The KAWECO PullBox 8000H by Smety. Next, I didn't show you in the end, did I? But we've got a couple here that kind of go together. We have got the Kroger HKD 402 by Kasztan, 7.84 megabytes download, 8 slots on console, 31,500 litres, which is the trailer. Now these don't come as a pack, these are separate mods today, but then this one here, and as you can see they look pretty similar. We have got the MAN TGS AgroTruck by Kasztan 18, 14.33 megabytes and 16 slots on console. Kasztan 18, same colours, same configuration options. So I'm going to kind of look at them both together. So the trailer itself then, under trailers, just there, 25 grand for the base model. Slot count will come down from 8 to 1. We've got Continental, we've got Trelleborg, we've got Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, and back to Continental. No options within those. We've then got main colour does the chassis underneath. Design colour does the panels. We've then got the second design colour, and this does other sort of outside sections. Rim colour, anything on that palette. And the license plate option on there too. Those are your choices. And then we've got under vehicles, trucks, and this will be the third one just there. So the TGS 18.500 AgroTruck. That one, what did I say that one was? 16 slots comes down to 1. Options on this, Continental, Trelleborg, BKT, back again. Under Continental, standard and wide. Under Trelleborg, standard and wide. Under BKT, just those. We can change the main colour, which is the cab, to anything on that palette. Does the top section, bottom section stays black at the moment. Design colour does the outer section, the ribbing, so to speak. Next one down does the colour within those, the panels. Design colour does the bottom section, so if you want to mix and match the sections of your lorry, truck, like that, and then rim colour, chrome, silver or black, and then a license plate option on there too. So, if we hop into this, we'll start out. Beacons, lights, cover open and closed. Cover open close on that one as well. So we have got the option of tip side back, tip side left, tip side right, tip side grain door. I do like tip side grain door because it does this. All three at the same time. Love that. We do tip side right. Really nicely made, nicely detailed, nicely animated. The trailer does have a rear trailer hitch on it as well, so you can daisy chain these together if you wish. And the lorry, as you can see, has a trailer hitch which allows you to hook up to the trailer in the first place. So if I detach from that, this has got the same options. So we've got tip side left, right, grain door back. I really do like that, all three of them open. I think it's really cool. There's no doors or windows that open on this one. Interior. Lovely job. Lights off. So there we have it. That's the Kroger HKD 402 by Kasztan and the MAN TGS AgroTruck by Kasztan 18. Next, we've got this. This is the Lizard Bazuka 15,000. This by SleutjesModding. 6.03 megabytes download, 5 slots on console, 15,000 litre capacity, auger wagon, as you can see. So this does auger wagon crops, so your main cereal crop types, plus seed, plus fertiliser if you want to do those. This you will find under tools, under auger wagons, just there. 12,500, slot count comes down to 1, 85 horsepower required. We've got the option of Continental, Lizard, those are two choices. Lizard has those tyres, Continental we've got that, or those. We've got side stickers, yes or no. Main colour does the bulk of the vehicle, or the details does the ladder and the fixings and things like that, so we change that to say blue, make those stand out a little bit. That's shiny blue. Cover colour, anything on that palette as well. I didn't really change the colour much. Let's go for something that stands out. There we go. Cover colour. Side stickers, so we can change the colour of the side stickers if we want to. Didn't really help much either. Let's go with green. It's a bit bright, but anyway. Rim colour, again, anything on that palette like that. License plate option on there too. So, hop in, start it up. Pipe out. Cover open and closed. Now something I'm curious about, which I'm just going to check. So if we go into a sell point now, that should... I've got that tight enough. Let's go like that. Just start to unload. There you go, like that. Right, let's fold the pipe. Because this has got chutes underneath, and I was curious to see, it doesn't give the option to change tip side or anything, but I wondered if you went over a sell point, or it's like a silo grate or something like that, whether it would give the option to unload. I don't know. I'd wondered actually, because I saw them and thought, oh, you know, we've had that before. We've had a couple of different options for unloading. Maybe that's just how it looks in real life. Anyway, that's the Lizard Bazuka 15,000 by SleutjesModding. Moving on, we've got these. This is the John Deere 1275 Bale Wagons by Rooster Mods. Is it Rooster Mods or Rooster Modding? Did I write down the wrong thing? No, Rooster Mods was right. This is 7.57 megabytes download, 5 slots each. We have got round bale wagon and we've got flatbed wagon. Now these can be used, these are auto load trailers, but you don't have to have in their auto load configuration, so you can just have them as a trailer with straps. So this one could be used for just transporting pallets, anything you like. It doesn't have to be auto load. Now the auto load figures for these, how many, because people always say how many bales they carry. There are so many different bale types, bale options now in game and bale sizes, depending on the sort of baler you're using and all that kind of thing. It's difficult to define specifically, because when you actually look at this in the store menu, this says 57. That's got 22 bales on it. That's a standard bale size. That's got 22, although it says 57 in the menu. And that's the same trailer, auto-loaded 22 straw bales, but this will do 3... I assume it'll do 3. It might do 5. No, it must just do 3 large cotton bales. It does say these don't do the square ones. Don't do the tiny square bales, the really small ones. But this has got 30 on it. So again, depending on the size. Now, what I did try and do was put some large square bales on it from the liftable bales pack, and it said that bale type was not supported. So I don't know if it was the bale size not supported, or the liftable bales pack isn't supported. So again, it's going to be something you'll have to try. For a mod review, I can't try every single bale and bale pack that's out there. There are just too many, and all the different balers, and you know, it would take weeks. But I'll show you how they load and unload. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm showing you the mod, what it does, colour options, that kind of thing. So these you'll find under bale loaders. There we go. So we've got the round bale wagon and the flatbed wagon. 10 grand for the round bale, 14 grand for the flatbed wagon. Now this does say in the description, this has an option to extend the front bar on it, extension for tandem pulling. So if you're using something like the quick bale that's just got trailer hitch attachers on the back of it, you can extend these out a little bit and run 2 next to each other, so you can auto load bales straight out of the back of a baler, or on, you know, if you're loading up other things, it's entirely up to you how you want to go about it. So yeah, that one there is saying 57 bales, that one's saying 206, but it does say in the description that it won't take small bales, which is curious. So options of this, you've got auto loading, no straps. So if you auto load, there's no strap option. If you want to have straps, it's not auto loading, so you load the bales on yourself, then strap them down. So those 2 options. You've got pre-1976 and post-1976. I didn't see anything that changed other than the logo. Don't know if you can see through the gap there. The logo changes. Pre-1976, post-1976. You've got centre reach, so factory or aftermarket. So the factory has the whole thing set forward, and then aftermarket sets the whole thing back. It doesn't extend it, it just pushes it further back on the chassis. You've got triangle on the back, yes or no. And then you've got frame colour, does the whole top section, anything on that pallet. So that's that one. Then you've got the flatbed version, again, auto loading, no straps. Straps, no auto loading. Pre-1976, post-1976. Bulkheads, yes or no on this one. This one again, we can shift that forwards or backwards. depending on the position you want it in. You've got triangle option, then you've got the wood, 3 different wood options, slightly more weathered on there, and the frame options exactly the same, like that. The chassis stays the same, but the top section changes based on a John Deere chassis with the top sections put on. So, if we go to this one, start it up. Unloading. Unload bales. We've got the option to take them side to side, and then we can put them down on the ground. These don't go up much higher, which is nice. So if I unload these here, put some down on the ground, job done. I can then reset, put some all back on, I can put it to transport position, and off we go. Now, as I said, we've got an extension on the bar if we want to, so that's under L1, R1, right stick up and down. As you can see, we can take that right out, or we can bring that right in, right up close to the tractor. So you might want to have it like that, but if you're running it as a tandem setup, you might want that extended. That, of course, would be entirely up to you. Same goes for the cotton bales, and the same goes for the square bales. The unloading is exactly the same, the bar moves in exactly the same way. So for unloading, unload bales, left or right, down to the ground, goes out a fair way, unload bales here, job done. If I reset and drive away, all good. Transport position, then back to operating position, drive back past them. Didn't go close enough. Always the way. Come on. There we go. Last bale on. There you have it. So that's the John Deere 1275 Bale Wagons by Rooster mods. Next, we've got this, the Rolmako U671 by JMZ, 13.93 megabytes download, 9 slots on console, 3 meters wide. This is a disc harrow, just there. 11 grand, stock hand comes down to 120 horsepower required, 3 meters wide. We've got finger comb option, yes or no, and then we've got, you know, design colour, blue or black. Those are your choices. Jump on, start it up. So we'll put it down. Actually, folding it actually didn't come like that. It came already open. So you can fold it up like that. Oh, that's interesting. Look, you can shift that side to side as well. And we've got the option to raise and lower that too. So we've got a lot of sort of real world adjustment. If you were looking at adjusting the pressure on it, or you were finding that it wasn't matching up, your wheels, you know, you weren't clearing where you needed to, you've got a bit of adjustment. I like that. That's pretty cool. But anyway, let's drop it down. This should be a shallow cultivator. So if you're going over a crop that you've just done, you'll get shallow cultivation like that. If you're going over a field that's already been done, I tend to always show this just to see whether it's been stones up or not. Nope. But as you can see, nice smooth seedbed that's providing across the other one. Lovely. That's really nicely detailed, that. Lovely job. The Rolmako U671 by JMZ. Next, oh yeah, we've got this beastie up here. We've got this, the Lizard A8. This is by Derobi66 Hellrevisor. I always get that wrong. Hellrevisor and OSTBLOCK Gaming. This is a silo compacting piece of equipment. I'm curious to see how quickly this works. This just looks amazing. What a weapon. This you'll find, as I just said, under silo compaction. Just there, 12,500, 150 horsepower. Slot count will come down from 5 to 1. We can have a spiked roller or a smooth roller. Body colour, anything on that pallet. Hook colour, anything on that pallet. Let's go for something that stands out. There we go. Those are your choices. So, we've got it on a tractor. What we're going to do is you turn it on to get it to work. I love the sound of it though. Get the impression this thing weighs an absolute a ton. So let's turn it on. I'm assuming it vibrates like I say steamrollers, not steamrollers, compactors now. So let's see how quickly this compacts. So it's compacting the clamp. Is it levelling it though? I guess it kind of is, isn't it? It doesn't seem to be smoothing it out. It's compacting, definitely. And it's compacting pretty quickly. So if you just want something as a compactor, I thought it might level a bit. But because it's a compactor rather than a leveler, it's the tractor that's doing most of the leveling. But as far as compacting goes, that's doing a really quick job of that. So if you just want to get your compacting done quickly and you're not too bothered about how smooth your clamp is, it does seem to be. I thought this was going to be really, really fast. I mean, I suppose it is up to 23% already. I've only done about 3 or 4 passes. That's pretty cool, that. Typically I went for a colour that's almost the same colour as chaff, isn't it? I probably should have gone for a different colour. That's what it does. That's the Lizard A8 by Derobi66, Hellrevisor and OSTBLOCK Gaming. Next we have got, just here, another set of MANs. The MAN AgroTruck pack. So we had the MAN TGS AgroTruck. This is the MAN AgroTruck pack. This by Farm Mods TV and... is it Uru? I have to check. Mr. Silly P in his handwriting. Onur. Was it Onur Emre? I think it was. Onur Emre. Sorry if I've said that wrong, I do apologise. These are 14 slots each. We've got a flatbed or flatbed with log supports, and then we've got a tanker version. The tanker's a 15,000 litre capacity. These you'll find under vehicles, under trucks. They were next to the one we just looked at. So here we are. The flatbed and the tanker, 50 grand each, not too expensive actually. 500 horsepower, slot counts on both of these will come down to 1. This one we've got the option of Trelleborg, Continental, BKT, and Trelleborg, standard or wide. On the other two, just those. We've got design no, wood design 1, wood design 2, back to no, so just a flatbed. Main colour does the cab, rim colour does, you've guessed it, the rim colour, and a license plate option on there too. Then the tanker, same options for tyres. Then the main colour does the main body of the vehicle. Rim colour does the rim colour. The tanker stays exactly the same, but 15,000 litre capacity. But this does do, if we look at that, quite a lot of stuff, including milk. We've got additive, we've got canola oil, sunflower oil, we've got grape juice, we've got methane. So it does a fair bit of stuff rather than just your usual, you know, water, milk, diesel. This will do liquid herbicide, liquid fertilizer, slurry, digestate. But it doesn't do fuel, interestingly, of all the things. It doesn't do fuel. It does methane and everything else, but it doesn't do fuel. Anyway, so hop in, start it up. I mean, to be fair, even in this configuration, having those supports on there for doing wood, you could still put bales or pallets and stuff on there and strap them down. It would still work. This doesn't have doors or windows that open. Interior. I mean, these are fairly standard interiors now, I guess. And then the straps on or off. This doesn't have, actually I was just going to say that, doesn't have a rear trailer hitch, does it? It also has got stuff for spools. Is that a PeterJ? It didn't give me the option for a trailer hitch. I'm curious to see whether that will hook up to a trailer. Let's go and see if I can hook up to one of these Bale trailers. Whether it's kind of, sometimes you get them, it doesn't show them, they are there and they kind of appear when you try to hook up to something. I'm not sure it will. No. Okay. So that's your log version. And this is your tanker. Exactly the same, just with a tanker on the back. 15,000 litres of methane in it. Up up to 51 miles per hour. There you go. Bacon's off. And hop out. So that's the MAN AgroTruck pack by Farm Mods TV and Onur Emre, if I've said that correctly. Again, apologies if I've said it wrong. Next, we will come back to that momentarily. We've got this. This is the Rostselmash RSM 161 pack by KalifZerich. This comes with the harvester and it comes with a power stream header, 9 metre. This is 28.89 megabytes download, 10 slots for the harvester, 10 slots for the header because it comes with a built-in trailer. This you will find under harvesters out on the end, 10,000 litre, 10,500 litre capacity on the tank with the option of Trelleborg, Mitas. Just Trelleborg and Mitas. Why do I think I have BKTs in there as well? Rim colour, we can choose anything on that palette. So if you want to go a bit fancy with the rim colour, you can. Those are the options on the harvester. Then we go to our headers. Out on the very end there, the Draper Stream 9000, 45 grand. As I said, 9 metres wide. The slot count that was 10 comes down to 1. No options on it. You get it just like that. So let's start this up. Horn, beacon, or beacon should I say, one at the back as well. Lights, let's unfold that. Pipe out like so. Just want to look and see if we enable or disable the, there you go. Enable or disable straw swath. Does that. Don't think we have doors or windows that open. Interior. It's very smooth sounding from in the cab. Hook up to the header and then fold it up. Reel adjustment, up and down and in and out. So if you want to adjust your reel, you can. If you want to get reel, you're welcome. Away we go. Header doing its job. Nice animation. There you go. That's the Rostselmash RSM 161 pack. Not too expensive, not too heavy on the slot count. Nice bit of movement on the suspension and stuff on that. That's nice. Actually, let's unfold that again. There you go. That was by KalifZerich. Next, we've got this little cutie. Isn't it lovely? This is the Massey Ferguson 1200-1250 by PeterJ. 12.05 megabytes download, 6 slots on console. What a fantastic looking bit of kit that is. Love it. Ollie Harrison has got an old Massey that's sort of sitting rusting away. He did the video the other day and he was talking about it and said if there's a college or something somewhere that does engineering that wants to take it and rebuild it, that sort of style. It might be slightly larger, but it looks very similar. Anyway, I digress. You'll find this under small tractors. Out on the very end there, 29,700. That's all for the base model. This starts at 105 horsepower. We can have a forestry option. We've got engine setup, we've got 105 horsepower, 112 horsepower, or the turbo 127 horsepower. You've got wheel brand, Continental, BKT, Michelin, Vredestein, back to Trelleborg. And Trelleborg, Mitas, Nokian, sorry, back to Trelleborg. Trelleborg, Mitas, Nokian, Ollis 4s, back to Continental. We've got standard, inverted, POVTs, wide, twin. I won't read them all out, standard. And a BKT, Under Michelin, Friedestein, Trelleborg, Mitas just has those, Knockin just has those, and back, oh sorry, Olisfors, then back to Continental. Then you've got beacon left, beacon right, centre, or back to left again, and a license plate option on there too. I think it's, like, it sounds great as well. Let's hop in, start it up. I want one of these on Cork Farms now. I just bought a Massey, but I like this. Now this does have an option. It says under L1, right stick up and down. I couldn't work out what this did. Whether there's another option I didn't choose. I might be under forestry or something maybe. Because I'm doing that and nothing appears to be moving. I tried in-cab, this is the interior. I couldn't see anything. I wondered if it was a door or a window. Nothing seems to be moving. That nice. That's the Massey Ferguson 1200 1250 by PeterJ, which brings us on to the last of the mods for Tuesday the 7th of November, and it's these. We've got a pack of these. This is the Lizard Roller Pack by Thornis FS and Holtz FS. I think I've said that right, Thornis. Could be Thornis, but FS and Holtz FS. These start with cultivators. We've then got rollers, and then we have got another silage roller, actually silage compactor. So under cultivators where we'll start first. Under tools, cultivators, out to the end. So we've got the RF4M, the RF4M extension, 2,500, 3,600. Slot counts on these are 4 each. These will come down to, that's what the pack was, 4.98 megabytes download. So 4 slots each. Slot count will come down to 1 for each, 4 meters wide each. Now you have the standard roller at 4 meters wide. We can change the main color to anything on that palette, and then the sticker color to any one of those. The difference between this one and this one is this is the one that you can extend with. This has got wings that fold out, same options on the main color and sticker color, so you can connect these together. So you can add multiples of 4 meters together to make your cultivator much bigger. So you can just run it as 4 meters if you want. You could run one in the middle, 2 either side, and you're taking it out to 12 meters. You could then, you can just keep going if you wanted to. If you want to go absolutely bonkers with it, you could. So that's under cultivators. Under rollers, same option. These are only 3.9 meters though. They are 4 slots each, which comes down to 1. Same thing again. We've got a roller, we've got a standard, and we've got that. I've got one of each because I wanted to see if it will still do the same thing. Same thing, main color, anything on that palette. Sticker color, anything on that palette. And then we've got the extension one with wings as well, which will do exactly the same thing. And then if we come from there down to our silo compaction, under that we've got out on the end there the SL4M. That's 4 meters wide. Slot count on that was also 4, which comes down to 1. This one doesn't have one with wings that extends out. You get it just like that. Again, main color, anything on that palette, like that. Now what I did find with that one when I bought it out was it seemed very incredibly light. It didn't feel like it had any weight to it. It kind of bounced around. These feel heavy. What I will say as well is unless you put these onto a trailer, these don't fold up. So it doesn't matter how fast your tractor goes. I could only pull these at 12 miles an hour. That was the maximum speed I could pull them at. Now because these have a trailer hitch there and they have a hitch on the back of each one, you can hook them together in a long row and you can drag them along behind you like a little centipede, caterpillar, whatever, however you refer to it, daisy chain them. Then when you get out to the field, if you've gone for one with wings as well, you can extend those out, hook them up, and away you go, which I'll show you. So this is the cultivating option. I've got one of each of those. I'll show you those as well. So on this, if I unfold that side like that and that side like that, like I said, I can run it just as it is. These don't need to be turned on. Hook up to that, hook up to that. Now as we go over, these should now, there you go, shallow cultivation, 12 metres and dirt cheap as well. For 12 metres of cultivation, and you can do the same if you get the rollers. If I got more of these, if I got 5 of them together, what were these, 2-3 grand a pop? Really, really cheap. What I will do, let's just go across here and go onto the bit of ground that's already been ploughed and rolled and stuff. I don't think, because these are shallow cultivators, they shouldn't bring up any stones. There you go. So that's in cultivation mode. And like I say, if I disconnect that one now, which is that one, if I then disconnect that one, I'm not going to wing this up at the moment just because I want to show you. And then, like I say, when you're done, you've probably seen this before in all sorts of different rollers, but you might be new to the game. You might not have seen this sort of style of thing before. Hook it up like that. So then travelling to and from your field can be done like that in a row behind the tractor. Brilliant stuff. So that's the cultivators. Rollers we're going to check. I'm going to check each one because, like I say, that looks more like a silo compactor. So this should, again, I didn't get the one with wings on this. This doesn't need to be turned on or anything. You just roll. So that should now act as a roller. There you go. So either to get yourself a nice seed bed before you seed, or once you've done your seeding, you can roll and you get a... I'm sure it was used to be 5%. Someone said it was only 3% the other day, but you get a bonus for rolling after your crop. And it will tell you in your down bottom right, it will say, like it says there, needs lime, needs ploughing, needs rolling. And that's what I'm doing. I'm rolling. Take that over there. Now these can't be lifted up, so you have to be careful that if you cut across the corner of a field that you own, you run the risk of rolling it or cultivating or something like that. Like I say, these don't lift, so they're always rolling. Let's see if this does the same thing. Should do. Yeah. So with the tyres, it does the same thing. It rolls. But again, if you go for an option with the wings, you can make this 4 metres, 8 metres, 12. You know, multiples of 4 basically. Quick maths, people, quick maths. There we go. So that's the roller option. And let's go and try this compacting one. So this one here should be the SL. Let's see what it does out here on the clamp. See how quickly this does it. We're at 30% now. That is rapid. That's faster than the other thing was. Look how quick it's going up. And it's smoothing it out as well as it goes. Now that's bizarre. Because when I pulled this out with me, I'm thinking it's too light. It's not going to work. We're up to 53% already. Whoa, this is the find of the day, this one. This is going on my list for silo compaction. Look how quick it's doing it. And smoothing it out as well. That thing is nuts. We were at 30%, we're at 75 already. This should be in everyone's locker. Grab one now. Get them before they go. 93, we're nearly done. 95, 98. That's the mod of the day. Well, I like the Massey, but that thing, wowzers. That's brilliant. Well, there you go. Nice way to end. That's the Lizard Roller Pack by Thornis FS and Holtz FS. And I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.